So thank you so much, David, for that wonderful introduction. I appreciate it. I'm so happy you're confident in me as your coach, as your leader, introducing me to some of your family and friends. I have Dennis and Yaseli Small here. How you guys doing, by the way?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Doing good,
Awesome.
brother. Doing good.
Awesome. Nice to meet you guys. I know we had a three-way text conversation real quick to set this up and all of the great things happening. So I'm so happy we got a chance and you guys agreed to help David because David's going to do some big things here in business with us. He's going to get promoted very fast. He's going to quit his job and go full time, right? He's going to be a partner of ours here in Prolific and it's going to be awesome. Like with or without anybody, he's going to do it. But he said he wanted to make sure that his friends feel good about what he's doing so he can earn support and referrals from you guys in the future. So I hope to be impressive tonight. Again, I don't want to really make tonight about me at all. Tonight, I want to gain your trust. I want to gain your respect. And if anything makes sense for you tonight, I want to customize a plan that makes sense for you and your family. Is that fair to you guys?
That's fair.
All right, awesome. So I'm gonna get straight into it. I know I know you guys are down there in the Florida area and it's Thursday night and there's a football game on. The Miami Dolphins are playing. I don't know if you guys are a fan or not, but I know that game is on. So I'm not gonna waste time. I'm gonna get straight to it, okay? I mean, Tyreek Hill is pretty fast, so I'm gonna be pretty fast too, okay?
Good.
We're gonna do it. By the way, do you guys watch football at all?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
Dolphins or Buccaneers?
Oh
No.
no. We
We're
birds
birds.
fans over here, brother. We birds fans. Go birds.
Birds as in Eagles?
Yep.
Oh, yes, sir.
Are you guys from Philly?
I'm from Willingboro, New Jersey, about 25 minutes outside of Philadelphia.
So how old were you when you left there, age-wise? I'm just trying to gauge sports.
22 years old.
So as you're looking at me right now, these cornrows, all these years later, were inspired by a guy named Allen Iverson. You probably never heard of him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you mean number 3? Yeah.
Never heard of them.
Man, I'm still a fan. 20 years later, I'm still a fan, man. I love that man. He inspired me to be a smaller guy in sports. You can't tell that I'm small because I put my chair up so I can seem taller, but if you ever get a chance to meet me in person, you guys will see I'm not the biggest guy in the world, but it's all good. It's all good. But that's awesome. Yaseli, are you from there as well?
I am not. I was raised in Miami and I actually was more of a college fan. I'm a Kings fan. Die hard.
Hurricanes, who wasn't? I mean, same time, 25 years ago?
Yeah,
By the way, let me
before
stop.
then, but yes. Don't
Let
want to
me
age
stop.
myself, but yes.
Let me stop right here. I'm happy you said that, Yaseli. Watch this. You guys see how I got their age without getting their age?
Mhm.
You guys thought we were really just talking right now. By the way, be honest. I'm in character, but how real is this?
Very real.
I want you
Definitely.
guys to literally everything I do tonight. You can be like, Coach, you didn't go into acting. No. It's real. It's me, 100%. Be conversational, and you don't ask women their age. So I say, what I say? Same time, about 25 years ago. All right, so 20 years ago, we're all 21 in college. So I'm guessing this lady's about 40 to 45. You see how I do it? I'm right there. 46, 40. No, she looks 27, so I won't say 47. So, you see what I mean? I'm giving you guys technique. Look, from the jump. I haven't even
Great
gotten to the
nuggets.
questions yet. Write this stuff down, man. Pick this stuff up. So anyway, yeah, Hurricanes. Who was there at that time? I'm gonna just throw out some names, just Sally, just so you can know I know my stuff. Clinton Portis, Willis McGahee, Frank Gore, Jonathan Vilma. Any of those names sound familiar?
Absolutely.
All right. Am I in the right era?
You
Mhm.
are.
I kind of know my
You are.
stuff, right? All right, good. I grew up watching those guys, man. Those are my heroes growing up in sports. Are you kidding me? Man, I love that team. Yeah, all of them. Jonathan Vilma, Vince Wilfork, you name it. You name it. I'm leaving out somebody real good. Oh, Sean Taylor, God bless his soul. I know he passed away in 2007. Man, Ed Reed was on that team at one point.
Yes.
What a team. Greatest team ever, right, Dennis? That's what they say. I don't know, but that's what they say.
It's the truth.
All right, cool. I love it, man. I love it. Well, here, let me get straight into some stuff. I'm gonna ask you guys some questions again, just so you can earn my trust. And truthfully, I want to customize my presentation based on your needs, not what my company needs are or what David needs are. I want to customize it to you. Is that fair? I hope so. I'm gonna
Yep.
start by asking some questions, and I'll share screen so you guys can see what I'm typing. Okay. All right. Let me get straight to it. So, what do you guys do for work? Dennis, you go, or actually, Yaseli, you could go first. Ladies always first. What are you guys doing for work?
I am an accountant.
Accountant. All right, awesome. Privately at a firm? What
I work for a nonprofit. I'm actually the controller.
controller? I like it. Accountant. And what about you, Dennis?
I am a security manager of the Americas for a cement company.
Wow, wow, wow. I'm going to put security manager.
Mhm.
And just so everyone on Zoom now, I'm not about to try to spell everything perfect. I'm gonna just start typing. Okay. All right, cool.
Mhm.
How long
Mhm.
and how long have you been there? I'm gonna always go Yeseli Dennis first, okay? So how long you been there?
Okay. I've been there for 12 years.
Okay. And what about you, Dennis?
About a year now.
Oh, okay. Not too long. Okay. What about before that? What'd you do before that?
Before that, 4 years in a similar corporate security position for a furniture company over here on the East Coast called Rooms to Go. And then before that, 14 years as a police officer.
Really? What I guess district or county?
City of Tampa. City of Tampa Police.
Wow. That's good to know. Good to hear. You guys, why am I writing this down? Because I might have a rollover. 14
Cool.
years. You guys caught that? I might have a rollover. 14 years? Yeah, I might have a pension or 403B somewhere.
Right.
Watch this, Dennis. Did you have one of those?
The 457, deferred compensation.
457 pension. Exactly. How'd I know? Good job. All right, good to hear. So I got you guys both here. And do you guys currently have a retirement plan at work?
I do.
What do you have? 401k?
We have a 403B.
403B. Oh, you just said nonprofit, huh? That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Nonprofit. By the way, I just gave myself credibility just now. Did you guys see that? Oh, you said nonprofit. Okay, good. Because it's public sector. That's you guys see how that worked? Even though I made a rookie move by forgetting what she already just told me, I literally fixed it right away by acknowledging that. You guys see, these are little things that help you close. Okay? All right, keep going. And Dennis, you the same? Probably 403B though, huh?
401k,
Yeah,
actually.
401k,
'Cause
huh?
yeah, it's
Got
private.
it. Got it. And are you both contributing to it?
Yes.
I am.
Both, yes and yes. And what do you guys contribute? And when I say you don't have to give me your number, but like give or take, is it like 6% of every check, 10%? What are you guys contributing?
I only match what my company gives me. So
Okay.
I want to say it's, a couple, maybe 2%.
Okay. And is that every 2 weeks or do you get paid once a month? Is that every
Every
check?
other week. Oh,
So
sorry, every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks.
also every check
Oh,
you're contributing to your 401k.
yes, yeah.
Okay. And Dennis, what about you?
Well, man, when I came over here, it was a bit of a pay bump from the other place. And I had a guy who told me I should be contributing more to my retirement.
Okay.
So they contribute up to 6, but I do 10%.
10%. Okay. So
Mhm.
Yeseli, you do about 2%. And then
Mm-hmm.
Dennis, you said about 10%.
Mm-hmm.
2% of what would you say, Yeseli?
2% of $110,000.
Okay, so every month you're putting in about 2 grand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it. And Dennis, what about you?
Of 140.
So you put in about 14 grand a year, which is what? 2,500 a month? 1,000 a month is what?
24.
12,000. But you do
12,000.
140. So you're putting in about 12 to 15,000 a year. Does that sound about right?
That sounds about right, yeah.
And Yeseli, does your number make sense too? About 2K a month? About 2 grand a month?
Yes.
Okay. So you're doing 24K a year into yours, and Dennis, you're doing about 12K into yours. That sounds correct, or
Mm,
give or take? Or
yeah, I
you
think
said
that's
is yours when you
no,
said
mine, I think
You had that reversed.
you
yeah,
reverse.
say it
Yeah,
again.
you reverse
Say it
that.
again for me.
You had it reversed.
So we'll say I do $1,000 a month and Dennis does $2,000 a month.
Got it.
So 12,000 and 24,000.
Got it. You know what I'll do, you guys? I'll just make it simple for all of us. I'll just put what it is. Boom. There we go. A month. Let's do it. Sounds good. By the way, you guys see what just happened? I heard them right the first time. I wanted them to play it back in their head, get the number correct, and then get them to out loud tell me what they're putting in every month.
Correct.
So when I get to the end of this and I'm saying you need to do $500 a month in your IUL, they can't tell me nothing because I know what they got. You
Right.
see how closing is what, Ben? Asking questions.
Yeah.
You don't think right now I can say, hey, you guys are crazy. You're having a 401k. It's going to be taxed like crazy. You can't take money out. You can't do this, blah, blah, blah. You're crazy. I got something better for you. Let me show you. I could do that, and I will do that in a second. But why do that until you know what they have?
Yeah.
Can someone on Zoom do like this for me? Ah. All right, thank you, Lacey. Someone be animated, all right? Or are you guys like just locked in right now? Like, do you feel like you're learning something already? Is this good? All right.
No biggie.
Good to hear. I'm gonna fly through the next stuff. All right, so you guys got stuff. You guys have anything outside of work, real estate or Bitcoin or anything like that?
No.
No.
100% secure? All right, cool. Good to hear. Have you guys considered any other investment options when it comes to retirement?
We've dabbled in real estate. hopefully would like to own a portfolio of properties
Who
here
would?
over the next few years.
Okay, that's good to know that you guys are open. Well, let me ask you this: if I were able to show you guys different ways to kind of improve and diversify your retirement portfolio, obviously that's something you guys would be interested in, right?
Absolutely.
Who wouldn't?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
I'll even put that. Can I put that? I'm gonna
Uh,
put,
yes.
is that okay with you guys? Okay, good. Just making sure. Stop right there. What I just do. Dennis, you tell me what I just did. I said, is that okay with you guys? I'm gonna capitalize it. Is that cool with you guys? What did I just do? I'll
You
tell
just
you.
basically
Oh
go
no,
ahead.
go
Go
for
ahead.
it. Go D, go D.
No, but when you did that, is that okay with you guys? You literally affirmed what we're looking to do, and you introduced us to it, and you basically opened the door.
Bingo. Yeseli, did you catch that too?
Yes, I did.
So can you guys see how, okay, coach hasn't showed 4 buckets, IUL, no illustrations or nothing, but can everyone on Zoom, by the way, let me give everybody I'm gonna stop right here real quick, the ability to unmute. Right now looking, I'm on I'm on question 9. Don't we all know for a fact coach for sure is getting the IUL close out of this?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You guys all feel that, right?
Yeah.
Done.
Yes.
I'm gelling with them. I'm referencing sports. I'm being funny. I'm finding out what they have, but in a very not like, hey, tell me what you make way, but more like, give or take a number.
Right.
What am I doing? I'm
It's
showing. I'm
closing.
coming off as I do this often every single day.
Right. This is what I do.
This is what I do.
And you're relaxing them.
I'm relaxed.
And closing at the
Relaxed.
same time.
I'm
You're
making
not
fun.
hungry. You're not hungry.
Not hungry. And even if I am, I'm not showing it.
Right.
You guys with me?
Yes,
You're
sir.
closing as you go along.
That's right. Write that
The
down.
fact
By the
that you
way,
put it, the fact that you put it on Zoom for them to see exactly what you're writing and
yeah,
the questions that you're asking
trust.
is powerful. It's not
By the
just
way,
like this.
What I said at the beginning. I want to earn your trust. Didn't I say that?
Right.
Yeah.
So I could be behind the scenes typing. No. I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. And George is investing on here. I'm getting down. I'm closing as I go. Meaning, write this down on a side note for everybody on Zoom right now. You got to get 7 to 10 yeses before you get the
Yeah.
ultimate yes.
Correct.
Are you open? Are you interested? Blah blah blah. What about that? Would you be? Etc. They told me yes like 20 times already in 9 questions.
Yeah.
You think I'm gonna get a no at the end?
Nope. Never.
Heck
I
no.
like this.
And when or if you do get a no at the end, I want to tell you something. It's your fault, but I'm gonna help you. Let's keep going. So happy Diana Wolf's on here because that lady is so good in the field. I'm giving her these closes. She's gonna be a beast mode. out
Coach,
there.
may I have this fittable edible so I can translate it? I'm already thinking of where I'm
No.
gonna go.
No, you cannot. Only because you asked, and I said I'm gonna give it to you guys when we're done.
Oh no, but I said to be able to edit it so I can translate it.
I'm just kidding, Dr. Bridget. I got you, baby. You good?
Okay, thank you.
I
I know,
are-
I remember you said that.
No, you good. You're always good in my hood. Let's do it. All right, I'm gonna
Thank
fly.
you.
Keep going. By the way,
Thank you.
give me thumbs up. Is everyone feeling good right now? Like, coach is flowing. I can see me doing this. This is simple. He's just asking the question. He don't have to memorize anything. He's reading what's right there. Right. All right. Good. That's why I'll just be direct. That's why I invented it this way. I'm like, dude, I saw my trainer do a presentation once and then twice and then another trainer do another one. I'm like, I'm gonna have to memorize everyone's crappy presentation. That's gonna take forever to make $1 million. So I made it. I'm a school teacher. I made it what? Memorable, meaning just read it. All right, cool. Let me keep going with this beautiful couple. All right, Dennis, hey, obviously you do security, so it's safe to say, you guys see what I just did right there? Dang, that was good. I just trapped that man. Hey, obviously it's safe to assume that your family is the most important thing in your life, right?
100%.
Of course. Yeseli, he better say yeah, huh? I know he better.
Mhm.
Do you currently have life insurance to protect your family if something happened to you out there on a security job or a police job or anything like that?
Got him.
No, man. As a matter of fact, I don't. I don't have anything in place like that, and I'm feeling kind of embarrassed saying it out loud. But this is probably the best place to say it, right? I got to get better.
Okay. Thank God I'm here. Yeseli, what about you?
I have a policy, but
Okay,
it's
work.
through my job. Yeah.
I'm gonna put Yeseli, I'm gonna put AD&D. Let me tell you what that means, Yeseli. That means accidental death and dismemberment, which means you gotta die on the job at like 4 o'clock as you clock out. And even then, Dennis would probably receive like 1 year salary or something like that. So by the way, do you guys have kids?
We do.
We do.
We have
How old are
two,
they?
8 and 11.
8 and 11. My son is 7, and he means the world to me. And I have about $20 million of life insurance because the truth is, when I was 6 years old, I lost my father, and that took us through literally the ringer. We went through the adoption. We went through the system of adoption. We went through different grandparents living with us, different aunts living, not living with us living with them, different aunts, different uncles, so many different schools until we finally got a stable household. All because my dad, I know he loved us, of course, he just never got around to it. So Dennis, that's why I said thank God I'm here, because what happened to me and my family, I just happened to make it out of there. My brother didn't. He has felonies to this day, can't get a job. My sister's struggling to figure it out, and my mom has never been the same in 30 years. And I was just chosen, I guess, by God to be the one to make it out. So my point is, I would never want to put your kids in that situation. So I'm really happy we're here. And don't worry, this is like, we'll knock this out in a few seconds, no problem. But I got serious right now, Dennis, because this means everything to me. And I could tell your 11 and 8-year-old mean the world to you. By the way, what are their names?
Xavier and Naima.
Xavier and what was the next one?
Naima.
Naima. Like
John
Nehemiah, but
Coltrane.
Naima.
Like John Coltrane's Naima.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, good. So just to be clear, Dennis, you're doing security for people and you don't have any security doing for your money.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do not, brother.
No problem. No problem. It's all good. I'm curious. I mean, my next question fits properly. I mean, I could tell you really love your family. Are you not protecting your family because no one has come to show you options, or you kind of just been on the go, job to job, or?
On the go, job to job, never really thinking about it, not putting danger and other things in the frontal lobe.
No, I got you. You don't want to put that in the universe, they say, right? I got you.
Right.
I got you. Being a police officer, you ever seen anyone pass away?
Unfortunately, far too many in my arms. Yes.
In your own arms?
Yes, brother.
So
yes.
You know for a fact we're going to die, right?
Yeah. 10 out of 10.
Just curious. All right, cool. Do you guys plan on sending your kids to college?
If they want, absolutely.
Unless they become rock stars, but yeah, I'd hope.
Do you guys do what college plan do you have set up for them to send them there?
Man.
That part we haven't gotten to yet.
Yeah,
so you plan on sending them to college, but you don't have a plan in place for them to go to college.
Our intentions.
Not yet.
Our intentions. Yeah. I intend to plan one day to take
it. Hold on, watch this. Back to Prolific. You guys see what I just did? Look how the question is layered. Do you plan on sending your kids to college? Everyone says yes, usually. And when they say, and look at the question, I say, so let me get this straight. You plan on sending them, but you don't have a plan.
You just got another policy.
You got another 2 policies.
Two.
Just got the kids. Just got the kid. Everybody do like this.
Mm-hmm.
So who's been on my MD meetings?
Never.
Lacey has.
Me.
Let me pull Lacey up. Who said me?
Michelle.
Miriam too, of course. Let me pull up some of my MDs real quick. Thank you, Miriam. So watch this. Miriam, Lacey, Tiffany, a lot of you guys, you've been in my MD meetings and EMD meetings sometime when I do a combined one. Now, are you guys seeing already where I say one recruit should be 10,000 points? Husband, wife, 2 kids right there. What's 10,000 points? Watch this. Let me start minimizing 10,000 points for Prolific, because it's a freaking joke that everything's not 10,000 points. Diana, who's one of our power ladies in advanced planning on our team, she's gonna be one of our best in producing. D, you see what I'm doing with Dennis and Yaseli, right? Dennis right now gets a policy. He's on a budget. He just told me he's doing $2K a month, but let's just say he's on a budget for the IUL, Tiffany. He do $200 a month, Yaseli do $200 a month, and they do $200 a month per kid. What's 2 times 4? $800. Times 12 months is what? 1,000 in premium, which is 12,000 points. Oh, I'm sorry, 10,000 points. 800 times 12 is what? 10,000 points. If you got your calculator, you probably got 9,600 to be exact.
Yeah.
But did you see? But think about it. It's $200 a month and an IUL a lot of money? Absolutely not. So Ben, are you seeing what I mean now when I say, you guys, clients on a budget, you should be doing 10,000 a month, 10,000 points per. Now you see it? He has a good job. She has a good job. They told me they let their kids, they want to plan to send them to college, but they don't have a plan together. And they told me how much they're doing above, so I know they could afford 200. Gary, now you see what I mean, bro, when I say asking questions is closing. I'm telling you as a coach, one of the most competent people here, because I've been here the longest. I help design our programs and our packages and our comp and all that. I can throw up all over these people right now how good the IUL is and how crappy they are for not having stuff in place. What does that do for anybody? Nothing. I beat on my chest for 30 seconds and then I walk away without the sale and this family's unprotected. That's not it. So here's the truth. When you need to over explain something, it's for two reasons. One, you're not confident in your closing ability. So you feel like you got to give them so much detail that they'll make a decision. And for two, you're nervous and don't know what you're doing and you shouldn't be in the field by yourself. Okay. All right. Keep going. This is good. This is awesome.
Very good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Okay, real quick. Have you guys started? Nope, you already told me you haven't. I didn't even get to that question. I asked it. See, it's how you know I do this all the time, right? If there was a way where you guys can save for your kids' college plan in affordable ways, that's something you'd be open to. Of course, they're going to say yes. Hey, Dennis, I'm curious. I know you kind of bounced a little bit. You went from police officer to head of security in two different places. Are you like looking for your next move? Did you get bored with it? Is it dangerous? Do you see yourself retiring at your current job or making extra money somewhere if you could do something else? I'm curious.
It's funny, man, because the only reason I jumped on this job was because it was a really big pay bump, but it just kind of sucks, man, because I'm traveling all over the world and I'm missing on loving my kids and my lady. So, you know, it's a gift and a curse at the same time, you know. But yeah, eventually one day I wish I could do something that could keep me more grounded, but obviously still take care of my family, you know?
Yeah, absolutely, man. And I agree. I think having a job is great. You got to provide. Or actually, I'm curious, have you ever thought about owning a business?
I mean, my wife and I, we've been realtors for a while, and I did think about maybe taking the 63-hour, you know, broker course here in Florida and hanging my shingle one day, but a lot of responsibility, a lot of moving parts, and I don't know that I have the money to buy into something like that, man.
Okay. All right, that's good to know, man. I'm gonna put in broker license. That is good to know, and I'll tell you, I mean, I've been there before. I remember when I first got introduced to this opportunity, I was actually a school teacher, and I was making $3,500 a month after taxes. So what I do on the side, I coach football in the fall at the school, and then I coach track and field in the spring. So that gave me like an extra, I don't know, $3,000. By the way, not a month, for the quarter for that season. And then I picked up, because I have my master's degree in psychology and education, so I was also a behavior instructor as well. So children with autism and special needs, I did a lot of ABA teaching with them on the weekends. I think I would get paid like $100 per session or $150 per session. So if I could pick up 3 sessions on a Saturday, I would get paid an extra $400 or $500. So that was kind of my little, you know, something on the side with my degrees. And I was just like, man, you guys ever get to a point in life, like I just felt like Dennis, at this age, I just knew I would be further ahead. You know what I mean? You ever been there before?
Oh, I'm there right now, brother.
By the way, I knew he was there right now. Can you guys tell? That's why I asked him.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to get him to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean, man. I mean, I was there. I mean, fortunate for me, I wasn't married at the time and I didn't have kids. I know you are and you do. I was 25, living at home with my mom and my stepfather, and I just, you know, NFL reject. The NFL didn't work out for me like I wanted it to, and I was so down. And someone presented me an opportunity, man. And our company is usually looking at expanding. You know, David will keep you posted when we do kind of open up and we're looking for people. But couples like you guys, we're always kind of looking for. So just keep us in the back of your mind. We'll keep you in our Rolodex of potential prospects in the future, and maybe we'll have something lined up for you. Sounds good to you?
Maybe.
It sounds good.
All right.
Sounds good. I think about that.
All right, cool. Sounds good. All right, great. Well, you guys told me some good information. By the way, I'm gonna stop right there. You guys see what I did? I didn't recruit them on the spot, did I? I don't need to. They're recruited already. That's how confident I am in Dewan. I'm gelling with them. We're having fun, making jokes, figuring out their money. I'll do that on client experience 2 or 3 or something when it's time for me to deliver their policy. Okay. So just to be clear, so let me just kind of recap with you guys real quick. I know you guys have your 401k, 403b. You're putting about $3,000 a month into it as a family, which is great. You know, you consider real estate. You guys don't have plans right now, but obviously you'd be open to looking at other stuff. You want to send your kids to school. So if you guys don't mind, I'm going to transition. I'm going to fly through this in about 20 minutes and we're done, into something called the 4 buckets. And Dennis, there's so many things you can do with money, brother, today. People are doing Bitcoin. People are, my kid is selling slime. I remember getting in trouble for having Play-Doh in the house, and these kids are selling slime from Nickelodeon, or I don't know. Did your kids go through the slime era too, or is it mine?
Definitely no. Making slime and
Yeah, like when did that come back? Like, cool. I don't know.
I don't know. I wish it would just go away though.
Yeah, it's all over my house. I'm with you.
my furniture would appreciate it.
My kid came home and said, "Dad, we need to go to Target right now." I said, "Whoa, are you in trouble? What's going on?" He says, "I got to get some materials, Dad." I said, "All right." So we go to Target, and I'm doing my thing in the electronic department, and he's pushing his little cart, and we get to the front, we meet up, right? And He's got all this stuff. I don't know what he's going to do with it, but he told me it's for, he want to sell slime because everyone at school, they couldn't get slime because their parents didn't let them. So he said he's just going to sell it to them at school. I said, any entrepreneur spirit that's a kid of mine. High five, let's go do it. All right. So I'm with you, Dennis. I had to get it out of my house too, but my kid had entrepreneur spirit. So I jumped in. Right. Oh man. By the way, just so you guys know, that was a true story in first grade, a year ago. It was August of last year. And then, yeah, we put him out of school for homeschool because he's too much of an entrepreneur. But so anywho, all right. So my point is, there's so many things you can do with money. I'm going to fly through the 4 essentials of money, and we'll kind of talk about some stuff at the end. Sounds good?
Okay.
All right, cool. I'm gonna just fly through them. There's 4 buckets, man. You got your bank account. You guys have the stock market, 401k IRAs, FIAs, and IULs, which wealthy people love to use. It's pretty awesome. So let me start at bucket number 1. It's just a bank account. We all have money in the bank. It doesn't pay you any interest. I mean, look at the interest rates compared to inflation. You don't make any money. It just sits there at 0.01%. And like me and in business, truthfully, I mean, I don't keep more than about $250,000 in the bank. Even that's too much. I probably shouldn't keep more than 100, right? But that's just for business and whatever. But my savings, my investment, all that, none of that's in the bank. My retirement, none of that, right? But it is a place. Let me tell you, if you guys are taking notes, and you have, I appreciate you. I've been watching you the whole time, Dennis. What I would do is I'm gonna give you guys direct advice, take it or leave it, but 3 to 6 months of what we call an emergency fund. That's what I recommend you guys have in the bank. So let's just say, let me give you common math. If your bills are $5,000 a month, 3 months is 15, 6 months is 30 grand. I would say have no more than 30, 40 grand in the bank. That's just for, I lost my job for 2 months. At least the bills are still coming on. You guys with me? So that's what I would say, put an emergency fund in the bank, but that's just, a little free advice. That's bucket number 1. Now, bucket number 2 is the stock market. I love the stock market. I'm 36. I have millions of dollars in the stock market because I think I'm young enough to have fun. 2016 is when I first jumped in the market. The Dow was at 16,000. Now it's like at 41,000, which is nuts. Let me tell you when I did it. I remember like it was yesterday. I was at my office. I was about a year into the business, and Amazon had just bought Whole Foods. That was like the biggest deal since sliced bread. By the way, do you guys remember that? That was 2016. I remember like yesterday. So that's when I was like, okay, I'm in the financial industry. I should probably jump in the stock market. And ever since then, I dump money in the market. Now I just love it. But if you're saying I'm planning for retirement and I'm 45, mid 40s towards 50, and I want to invest every dime there, that I wouldn't recommend it. And here's why, because it's a risk. You remember, Yeseli, do you remember 2008? Because you're an accountant. You remember that year?
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I want everyone on Zoom to pick up when I'm saying Dennis and when I'm saying Yeseli. All of it is closing skills, you guys. She's an accountant. She understands money, so she understands 2008. So and by the way, men, we have ego and this bravado of we'll make it back. Women don't want to lose a dime. Right? Well, all the ladies start smiling when I said that too, just so you know. The ladies don't want to lose a dime, and I don't blame them. Welcome, Jessica. Let's get your camera on. Welcome to T2. The ladies don't want to lose a dime, right? So that's why I said the wife's name. Because behind the scenes, I know Dennis has talked to her about trading baseball cards and Pokemon cards and Bitcoin this and blah, blah, blah. Obviously not real life Dennis, but in this situation, the husband always got some type of plan. My wife calls it a scheme. I'll say a plan, fellas. I got your back. Right, Ben? We always got some little deal we could do. We'll flip this and make this money. We're men. We're natural providers from the Stone Ages, right? It's all good. But that's why I said what? Yeseli. Did you guys catch that? Yeseli, you remember 2008, aka I'm going to remind her of the last time Dennis probably lost her some money. Because when they picked their 401k accounts, he said, babe, let's be aggressive, and it lost them everything.
Mm-hmm.
I got to poke at that a little bit. Now, do I know that's true about them? No, but we are American citizens, so I can take a swing at it, and I'm probably 90% correct. All right, cool. So let me keep going. Yeseli, you remember 2008, right? Like, it's risky. You can lose a lot of money. It takes forever to get it back. And then when you do make money, every year I get a 1099 from M1 Finance. Even when you do make money, you get, you got to pay taxes on that. It's not liquid. It can take a while for you to get your money. So I'm always asking myself, how would I like my money to grow? But guess what? When the market's up and you got money there and it's killing it, it's awesome, right? So that's pretty cool. That's great. Good for them. Next bucket is bucket number 3. which is what you guys have and most of America have. So I'm gonna spend some time on it. I call it the money jail trap. You're locking your money in money jail. Why do I say that? Because you're an accountant, so you can tell me if I'm wrong or not. You can't touch your money until you're 59 and a half. And if you do touch it anytime before that, there's a 10% penalty. And then based on your state, you guys are in Florida, so you're good. But there's also a state income tax. So at the end of the day, and on top of that, there's a contribution limit. You can only put in like $25,000 a year, which is not saving a lot of money at all. You guys are bringing home 200 grand and you're only saving 25,000 of it. You know what I mean? It's not enough money. So anyway, it does have its limitations, but I recommend if your company do match you, then match them all the way, but not a cent over, not a cent over. I'm not telling you to do it, but if you're going to do it, just don't do a cent over. Okay. Makes sense? All right. Sounds good. Does all this make sense to you guys?
Yeah.
Sally, and you're a CPA, so you can tell me, am I out of bounds or am I right on track?
No, you are spot on.
All right. You can tell I've been doing this for a while, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, just making sure. I want you to know you're not working.
Sounds like you know it. Definitely sounds like you know what you're doing.
All right, good to hear. And last but not least, I'll show you in a second. But first, I gotta show you the options for your money. So this is important, and it's to every agent on Prolific. I want you to spend a little bit of time here. You walk them through this, and if you're not recording me, feel free to get your phone out and record this part. I'll wait, because I want you guys to get this part. It's so critical. By the way, Ben, you think I already closed with the questions? This is the close. Slide 8. Never fails me. All right, I'm about to start. 3 and 2 and 1. Action. Okay, so here's the options for your money. Because there's 3 ways to invest your money. In broad terms, there's 3 options. There's fixed, right? And meaning your money doesn't grow, but you don't lose because you got a fixed rate of return, like the CD at Chase Bank. They give you 4% no matter what. So their fixed rate is what? 4%. Even if the stock market does negative 38 like it did in 08, that's your fixed. But Dennis, been out, like you said, in law enforcement, you've seen way too many people pass away. Once your heart monitor flatlines, what does that mean?
You're dead.
You're dead. So putting your money in these type of accounts at the bank or a CD or all that stuff, I call it dead money, right? Dead money. Now, heartbeat money, I like heartbeat money, I love it. It's called variable. When the money is up, it's great. But when it's down, not so great. But when it's up, it's great. When it's down, not so great. So let me tell you what happened. What the American people did, they said, hey, when the highs are high, I want them. But when they're low, I want to never lose. So what the industry did is created a hybrid model where they combined these two and created what's called an index strategy, right? So what do? You have a 401k, you have a 403b. What I do essentially, you're already putting away $3,000 a month. You guys potentially can lose money. And let's be honest, let's talk politics. And I don't care what side you on. I don't care because I'm gonna tell you what side I'm on. Neither. I'm on my side, my family side. Blue, red, elephants and donkeys. I don't have a zoo here, so I'm on my side, okay? However, based on the president we have now, President Donald J. Trump, based on what he tweets that morning, predicts the stock market. True or not true? Right? Depend on his mood that morning, right? He's the only president that really fluctuate. He's probably the only president that had Twitter too, so maybe that's why. But fluctuates the market. So I'm saying that to say, right, whether you love or hate, I don't care. I really don't. I'm telling you, I don't at all. I don't judge people. I belong to the Lord, and that's all that matters. So whether you love or hate the current president, I don't want to put my retirement in the account in the hands of anybody. You follow me? I want to do it based on good merit and the market's going up. So what I do for your accounts, I add an index strategy to it, not to your existing 401k. I just make you a new one and I create a index model to it, right? And I put, excuse me, let me say this correctly. I put an index strategy around that account. Does that make sense for you guys? So far, so good?
Yeah.
You got dead money, which is flatline. You got heartbeat money, but then you got what I call stairway to heaven money because you never lose. You go up, and then you sit there when it goes down. And then you go across, and then you go up, and then when it goes down, you sit there. And then when it goes up, you go. You follow me? So I call it stairway to heaven money. So based on these options for your money, fixed, variable, and index, and your 2 kids, 11 and 8 years old, what do you guys think is best for you guys and your money?
Oh, indexing without a doubt.
How come, by the way? How come?
Because I'm going to benefit from all of the upside and not have to worry about losing.
Okay.
My money's secure for, to a certain degree, as secure as they can be.
I agree. Okay, sounds good. What about you, Dennis? That makes sense to you too?
I'll take the stairway to heaven for $400, Alex.
I know you're probably like, my wife's the accountant. Whatever she say, I trust it.
Mhm.
Right?
That's
I
right.
love it,
That's
man.
it.
Okay, good to hear. I can't guarantee you guys I could get you that strategy, but it is something that's out there. A lot of my wealthy clients take advantage of it. And actually, last but not least, let me actually show you how that works. So bucket number 4 is the index bucket. So on the left where it says FIA, put above that. By the way, this is me talking to the prospects and to everybody on Prolific right now. So this is just a note for everybody. Above that, mentally, if you're taking notes, I want you to put old money. And then above IUL, I want you to put new money. So here's what I mean by that. Dennis, you got a 457. It's probably still sitting there unless you took it out, bought a home or something. I don't know. But old money means you have to do something with it regardless, because you can't touch it till you're 9.5. So let me tell you what we do for you. Remember I said we'll get you that index strategy, brother? Rather, it's in the police department. It's part of their pension. It's part of your pension, right? But you can't touch it. However, it's still, mutual funds are still attached to it, okay? Remember earlier we talked about the stock market? Mutual funds are located where? In the stock market. So your 457, even though you're no longer contributing to it, is going up and down, up and down. By the way, do you take a look at it at all, or do you ever look at it?
And my brother just retired last year, and in his first year of retirement, took 26 years to build. He lost $60,000.
First year.
First year.
Not pulled out 60 to live off, but lost it in the market?
Lost it in the market.
So I don't think there's a higher work in the United States than nurses, police officers, firefighters, people of service, right? The last thing I want for you to do, brother, is give your service to us, make sure that we're safe, and then you lose 60 grand your first year. So what do I do, Dennis? What can I do for your old 457? Literally what it says here, I put a grip on your money. I get you guarantees so you never lose another dime. Remember that index strategy we talked about 30 seconds ago? Allow me to just add that onto your account, even if we don't do nothing else, just so we can lock in those gains so you never got to lose again like your brother did. So you're okay with getting you're okay getting guarantees on your money?
I got to put my brother in contact with you too.
Absolutely. Maybe we could help him. Maybe it's not too late. Maybe we could save him. I'm gonna see. We're gonna save you first. We'll get to him next.
Yes, sir.
Good rate of return, index growth like you asked, and it's a 457, right? So watch this. Look at this P. Pension. That's what a 457 is, right? Pension like. And if I can add 14 to 30% as a bonus to that, would you of course you'll be open to that, right?
Oh yeah.
What do I mean when I say bonus? You got 100 grand. All you're gonna do is park it with my company, and I'm gonna add 14 to $30,000 on there. Sounds good to you?
I like that.
All right, sounds good. Again, I can't guarantee you anything, but we'll work on some numbers on another time. We'll meet again after this. I just kind of wanted to introduce myself to you guys today. So that's old money. So you're like, okay, D, you're gonna roll over my old money, but I want to start an account now. What about new money? New money is what I'm about to teach you next. Okay. New money is that index strategy I talked about. It gives you protection. So God forbid you do pass away. The L in this, called IUL, stands for life insurance. So if you do pass away, your family's taken care of. Takes care of emergency funds. If you ever need to tap into it, you don't have to pay a 10% penalty, right? And then when you do retire, you get to retire tax-free. I'm gonna show you how in a minute. And my son, who's 7, he has $157,000 in this account right now. And he's 7, and he has 157, and I'm using it as a college fund for him. So when he's 22, I'm gonna just sign it over. He can take out all the loans he wants. And when he's 22, I'm gonna sign this over to him, and he can repay all the loans from all the money. It'll be a couple million, maybe 2 million in there by the time he retires. And now he automatically is 22 with a savings account as well, and you can use it for yours. So far so good. So again, what am I teaching you? Bucket number 4 is what I call the index strategy that you asked about earlier. So far so good.
Yeah.
Guys, I have another slide.
What I see.
And you might have a question. I'm gonna show you one more slide on it, and I want you to remember your question if you have any. Okay.
All right.
All right, cool. Let me keep going. Last but not least, I just kind of over-explain it. Again, back to that old money, Dennis, that old 457. I'll take care of you. Brother, I'll do that in my sleep. All you need is 2 signatures, and you got a potential 15 to 30% bonus, right? It's protected from market loss, tax-free growth, right? Guaranteed lifetime income, hence the pension like, right? Higher growth potential than traditional fixed products. I mean, you get 4% at the bank. You know, you want to make more of that here. You don't have to take out minimum distributions, RMDs, right? And it serves as a legacy and estate planning benefits, which is great. AKA, it's a barbed wire around it. The government cannot go in that thing and take taxes out or any of that. Okay, so that's the old money. New money, again, on the right, it's liquid. You never lose a dime. It's tax-free growth. You take it out to your family. I'm sorry, you could transfer it to your family tax-free when you pass away, right? There's no contribution limit. You can put as much as you want into it. Uninterrupted compound interest. So you put money in there. You could grow it tax-free. You take it out tax-free. You pass it to your heirs tax-free. It's pretty awesome. So in simple terms, I guess what I'm asking you guys, just looking here, your current 401k, your 403b, your old 457, etc., is taxed on the growth. It's taxed on the contribution. That's what I call the old way of retirement. It's also not guaranteed because it's in the market. And when you do retire and take money out, you pay taxes. That's the old way. And the new way is, man, you got guarantees. You never lose a dime. And when you retire, you potentially have income tax-free money. So just looking at this, what makes more sense for your money? The old way or the new way? Just curious.
The new way.
Yeah, 100%.
How come?
Not trying to get all that taxed.
Yeah.
Taxed. And what about you, Sally?
Many more benefits. I mean, we've talked about, creating a legacy, knowing that we'll be able to pass on that money tax free should, the worst come to pass. It's all of it. It's all in one. It's surprising to me that I haven't heard about this before.
Wow. Okay. Well, like I said, I'm glad I'm here. Now I'm here. So you heard about it. I'm looking forward to helping you guys. And so just to put it up against other stuff, let me just show you guys how I go. And by the way, Dennis, feel free to take screenshots if you want, no problem. So if you go to bank, all the stuff we talked about earlier, the Roth and then the FIA and the IUL, here's how it works. The tax exempt benefits, the Roth is great, but you guys make too much, so you can't even contribute to a Roth IRA. But the IUL works. When it comes to growth potential, they all work except the bank. No risk of loss, the FIA and the IUL. And truthfully, even this is kind of tainted a little bit because our money in the bank is insured by something called the FDIC. And on top of that, they only insure about $250,000. So if the bank goes under, they're only liable to send you back $250,000 of your own money. And guess what? I'm gonna tell you something, just a little keynote most people don't know. They have 10 years to do it. So it's not like, oh, my bank just, what was it before Chase? You guys remember? Was it Washington Mutual? Washington Mutual, right? Before it was Chase Bank. They can say, hey, I'm out of business now. And you're like, okay, well, just send me back my $250,000. And they say, okay, I'll send you 25 grand a year. You're like, no, I need my $250,000 now. Oh, well, we have 10 years to give it back to you. So I'll give it back to you, but in the 10-year period. You guys didn't even know, by the way, did you guys know that? Anybody knew that? Did you guys know that?
Not the 10-year part.
That's what
The
clients
limit,
say.
yes, but not the
Limit,
10-year
yeah,
part.
but the client said not 10 years. So even that, when it says risk of losing, I'm like, kinda, right? Kinda. So anyway, but I don't go through all of them, but watch this. Protection for your family. It's the only one that comes with life insurance, which is great. You have access. If you reach out to them, they'll send you a check in like 3 days. Legacy for your family. Avoid probate, which is great. And living benefits. If you get hurt or you need long-term care or living benefits, it comes out of this policy, which is pretty cool, right? So let me tell you, yes, Sally, why you've never heard of it, because I know you kind of mentioned that. I'm gonna get straight to the point. Here's the truth. Because 30 to 40% of people that apply for this type of account, they usually get declined. It's not up to me or David. It's not like we don't want you guys to be our clients. We'd love to help you, but it's not up to me. Only thing I can do is simply apply. And then that goes to the insurance company and usually take 30 to 90 days so you can find out if you qualify. And then and only then you can let us know if you want to take the policy or not. So why am I here? For one, here's the real truth, just to train David. Our system provides all the clients we need, but for David to be able to help these clients, he's got to get trained. That's why you guys are here. But it sounds like this isn't just a training. You guys actually want help as well. But I know you guys are excited, but don't get your hopes up too much. Keep your finger. I don't know if I can get you approved, but I'll take some information. And if you guys qualify, we'll see what we could do. How does that sound to you guys?
Sounds good.
I like it.
I don't
I
know how
like
to
it.
start.
Sounds good? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Couple more questions. Give me David, what you got there? Okay, we got another one after this. Okay. Dennis Yaselli, give me, it's 7:32, 10:32 on the East Coast. Give me 8 minutes. I'm gonna fly through this. Is that okay?
All right,
That's
let's
fine.
do it.
All right, let's do it. By the way, you guys, every time I tell prospects that, it's for a reason, because I know they're getting antsy. I'm telling now they're like, okay, cool, 8 more minutes. And even when 18 minutes go by, they forgot I said 8. You know what I mean? So get good at saying that. Get good at doing that. All right, everyone look up and focus on this because I'm almost done. I'm gonna fly through this. Ready for this, Dwayne? Watch this. Boom, boom, boom. So just to recap, I know you guys mentioned, set up the plan at, for your kids, for college. I know you guys you mentioned that tax-free deal. Maybe get you guys a bonus. I think that was somewhere here.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I am so need these things 99% of the time. All right, cool. Oh, right in front of me. There you go. 13. Take advantage of of your signing bonus, etc. And you guys mentioned also, you know, you kind of thought about business, show your way to make an extra 6 figures part-time or 7 figures full-time. And obviously you guys are getting a world-class financial education. Okay. So let me tell you guys something. You could go do this with Merrill Lynch, Charles Schwab, Morgan Stanley, Edward Jones. They charge all these advisory fees and broker fees. I'm gonna tell you guys something. I don't charge any money, but what I do charge is referrals. Not for me, not just for David, but we are helping people. And Dennis, I appreciate you mentioning your brother. However, I just want you to be thinking of people right now. By the way, Dennis, you mentioned your brother. If all this makes sense, Yaseli, who's the first person you would refer?
My brother,
What's his name?
Randick.
Like that?
Yep.
Wow, that was good. And
Surprise.
and Dennis, what's your brother's name?
Eric.
Eric.
Mm-hmm.
2 icks on the end of those. That's cool.
They both icky. They both real icky with it.
Hey, bro, icky with it, huh? And what's one more? What's a mutual friend you guys have that would jump all over this?
My buddy Lewis. My buddy Lewis. I reached out to him.
All right, good to hear. I'll put Buddy. And now guess what? I don't want their phone numbers. Please allow me to do a good job with you guys. And if it makes sense, maybe you refer me to them. Is that cool with you? That's the only thing I charge. Cool?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Great. So let's get to it real quick. Outside of tomorrow, Yaseli, I know you're going to say it. When do you want to retire? In the next, 8 years, 12 years, 10 years? Like realistically, saving money?
Realistically, next 10 to 12 years.
Okay. I'll put 10 to 12. You too, Dennis? Or what are you thinking?
And I'm thinking more like the next 10 to 12 days.
I hear you, my brother. I'm with you. Maybe we can help you with that. Maybe we can. How much do you guys think you need to have total when you retire in Florida? Remember growing up, our parents and grandparents, they were in the era of like $1 million pension back in the day. What do you guys think it is now for you? What would you want? Like, hey, DeJuan in 12 years, if you could get us to this number, we'll be good.
2 million?
2?
Couple million. Yeah, I was gonna say that. That's a good eye, Yaseli. Good eye.
2 million. Let's do it. And what do you think you need to live off every month when you do retire? Like right now, is your bills $5,000 a month, $8,000 a month, 10, 3?
I think we probably spend about everything included, you know, meals, things like that, about 10.
10. So you probably need 20. Not now,
It'd be nice.
right? Not now, but when we retire. By the way, remember 20 years ago, wasn't everything cheaper?
Mhm.
Half the cost now, right? Watch this. 40 years ago, wasn't everything so you probably need 20 a month. That's only $250,000 a year. What are in retirement? By the way, speaking of retirement, what are some of you guys' biggest goals in dream retirement? Most people say travel, parents. What about you guys? Where are you guys at?
Definitely travel, properties in a few different places. Would love to have a property up in maybe Philly, Jersey area.
Or travel
Oh.
where, by the way?
Oh, world travel, of course. I want to go all over the world.
I'm gonna make sure I keep you away from my wife because she's looking for you, just so you know. I gotta keep you away from her. I'm tired. Travel the world. You said investment properties and real estate.
Yeah, well, or you know, multiple homes, places that we could go and live different times of the year.
Where at? You're in Florida, so I'm like, where else would you want? I'm curious. My wife is
I
right there
mean,
too. Where would you want to go?
I want to have a home in Miami on the
Okay.
beach. Oh, I definitely want a home in Miami.
And
Dennis
what
has
else?
always talked about a home in the Northeast, up in Philly or Jersey area. And, you know, maybe something on an island. I wouldn't mind. I love the beach, so
The
Yeah.
island is called Puerto Rico.
the
one
island
called Puerto
could
Rico.
be Puerto Rico.
The
Yeah,
island, huh? There ain't no,
the
ain't
island.
no random islands, huh, Dennis?
It's the island. That's right.
The island.
Mhm.
That's why you and David are brothers. I get it now, man. Me, I love Puerto Rico. It's awesome. Our company's out there as well. That's all. Same for you, Dennis. These goals kind of line together.
You know, it's funny you say that, man. She's correct in the property goals, but I got a crazy dream, man. When I walked away from police work, I had been doing a lot of work in the community, and I got a wild hair, and I wrote my own 501c3 that never got off the ground. And if I had the
Wow.
chance, I
Wow.
want to go back and help those boys. And we had a dream to build a boxing gym on the Powell campus, and the city scoffed at me, and it never happened. So
Wow.
we one of my
So,
dreams.
so traveling the world, going back into the community, multiple homes. Well, what you guys are doing now in your career, your current income, are you guys on track to accomplishing those, or where you guys at? Where are
No,
you
those are
aiming to?
dreams. You asked for dreams and big
Yeah,
goals.
yeah.
Okay,
We're
my
gonna
bad.
have to rob a couple banks before we get to all these dreams, bro.
Rob a
Just a
couple
little
banks,
different.
huh?
Yeah, a couple. Yeah.
You just told me you used to be a cop. Yeah.
Well, hey, listen, man. At least I know when the alarm's gonna go off. You know what I'm saying? Insider trading.
I love it, man. I love it. No, and you know what, man? I appreciate it. Sometimes we just all need to just take a deep breath and dream. I mean, our lives are not over. Opportunities come across us all the time. I mean, I remember my wife and I, at one point, we just wasn't where we wanted to be in life. You know, we couldn't even get engaged. We were so broke. And opportunity came our way and we took advantage of it. And within 5 years, we were debt free by age. I got started in business at age 25. Dennis, can you believe it? By 29, I was debt free. By 30, I was finally worth $1 million, and by 35, I was worth $10 million, which is pretty cool. And now as a senior partner here, it's pretty cool for us to be grandfathered in, and we got an equity event in 5 years where we're going public. Dennis Yaselli, as an accountant, you ever hear of those equity events where Apple goes public and even the secretary had a couple shares and she became a millionaire?
Yeah, those big companies, they make some real money.
They make real money, right? Nvidia just did that. They had, I think, a couple thousand people become multimillionaires overnight with their employees. My company, GFI here, we're doing that in 5 years. We're the only IMO in town. Everyone else is bought and everyone's trying to buy us. We're only 20 months old and we already got a $2 billion offer. We got a $1 billion offer, $1.5 billion. And my wife and I, we said, hey, we became very successful in this industry. Shame on us not to share the opportunity with other people. So again, I can't guarantee you guys a position or anything like that, but I'll definitely keep you guys in mind because you guys are dreamers. And if I could put a plan together to show you how to accomplish all your goals and dreams, and you really, really, really wanted to do them in retirement, obviously this would be something you would take advantage of, right?
Of course.
Okay, awesome. That's good to hear. I'm gonna put a yes right here. Right here, I'm gonna just circle. I'll just know it's a yes there. Who would say no? Right? Who would say no? I'll put yes. Good to hear. All right, well, last two things I got to do then, and we are done. We are done. Last two things. Obviously, Dennis, unlike my dad who left us in a hole, you want to leave your family, Lord, God forbid something happened to you, car accident today, right? I'm just, it happens. Obviously, you would want to leave your family debt free, right?
Yeah, of course, man.
Do you guys have any debt right now? Not mortgage, but like credit card, student loan. You guys have any debt?
Yes. Yes, we have some debts. So
You ever take a number? What do you think you guys have?
let's say 40.
Oh, not bad. 40 grand. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. And income, I know, Dennis, you mentioned 140. Yasel, you mentioned 110, right?
Mm-hmm.
$250,000 a year. By the way, great. By the way, actually, that wasn't in my... I was telling you guys pre this that $250,000 was the start of life, right? All right, cool. Never mind. So anyway, so times 10, that's 2.5 million. So times 20, that's $5 million. Where did I get that number from, Dennis? I'll tell you right now. It says 10, but I'm gonna do 20 here. Because let me tell you what I'm mapping right now. It says, do you want your income to continue coming to your family? Meaning, God forbid something happened to you. Do you want your family to still prosper?
I would love that.
Absolutely.
You're better than me, man. I told my wife, you better move in with your dad, take the kids, and then better not be another man. I'm just kidding. I didn't say that. I didn't say it. I did, but I didn't say it out loud. I just said it to myself. But anyway, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But what I'm doing here is like, okay, something happened to me today at 36. How much is coming to my house every single year? Oh, about $1.5 million. Okay, great. I know 20, that times 20, right? Because that times 10 is 15 million. So I need about $30 million. Worst case something happened. That way my wife and kids can continue living the same life that they live now, right? My wife don't have to like go get remarried. Did you know 90% of widows get married within 24 months, within 2 years? Not because they fell in love, but because unfortunately, Dennis, us men didn't plan. We didn't have insurance and they got to go, by the way, my mom was one of them. My mom was one of them. She was remarried in no time. Not because she was in love, but she needed someone else to help her feed them kids. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that's the case, but we do got to get some protection. Okay, Dennis? Sounds good?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man.
Did I just tug at that man's heartstrings or did I? I'm talking to the whole crowd right here. Did everybody feel that? I'm sorry. Not forget the ladies. I'm sorry, ladies. Men, I'm talking right to you. Didn't you feel that? Wait, she gonna get remarried to who? Who? Right?
I told her I don't want any honors in my No, nobody from the honor guard come knocking on my door after the funeral. In fact, I don't need that flag. Y'all can keep it. Y'all can
That's
keep
right.
it.
That's
She gonna stay
right.
a widow. In fact, I'm putting that in my will. She gonna stay a widow.
Stay widow. All right, stay widow, or this money's cut off. I'm just kidding. What about mortgage? You guys, Dennis, something happened to you? Do you want your wife and kids to move out the house right away? I hate when people tell me, "Oh, she could just move." I'm like, "What if she don't want to move? Her memories are there." What would you guys want to move, or I guess what
Oh,
I'm
man.
asking, what's left on you guys' mortgage right now?
Let's say 350.
350? Not bad. And education, do you want to leave money for your kids? I know we talked about it earlier, setting some up for them. What do you guys think college is per kid in the next 10 to 12 years?
Oof.
It's a lot now, I'm sure.
Man.
Next 10 to 12 years, I would think probably
100 grand
upwards
a
of
year?
200
200?
in
Wow.
10 in 10 years and 20 years if it keeps getting more expensive.
Wow. So 200, and you got 2 kids. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So about 800,000 for school, because there's medical school. I mean, there's graduate school and all that other stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now look, you better be Doogie Howser for that one. Let's keep it at the first number you had there. Take it easy with it.
I'm gonna leave it at 200 too, because I'm kind of scared of it too.
Yeah.
200 total.
Yeah.
Y'all going to Harvard? Good. Get a scholarship. Okay.
Mhm.
All
Better
right.
learn how to do a tune-up. How about
You
that?
better learn how to change some oil, huh?
Scoop some ice cream, something.
I hear you. So let me do the math here. I got 400 plus 200 is 6, 5.6 million. I'm going to round it up, Dennis, and say you guys probably need about $6 million of life insurance. God forbid something happened to you today, and that covers all your expenses, your mortgage, all your debt, your income for the next 10 to 20 years, education for your kids. By the way, if something was to happen to you, God forbid something happened to you, do you guys have $6 million sitting around somewhere, or 2 million, or 3 million, or would you like my company to write that check for you?
Yeah.
If you're giving out checks.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah?
I could put something on it, but
That's not on it, huh?
No.
All right, so my company got to write it for you. Okay, no problem. So here's what we're going to do, and I'm done. My elite clients, when it comes to savings plans with me, they're doing over $5,000 plus a month for them, husband, wife, however many kids, in-laws. They usually buy long-term care, all kind of other stuff, blah, blah, blah. They're doing $5,000 plus a month. And my average clients, let me get this here. My average clients are they're contributing about $2,500 a month towards all of their financial planning needs for them, their family, etc. And my clients that are on a budget, they're doing 1,000 to 2,000, right? So they're doing 1,000 to 2,000 up in here somewhere. And then my clients that are kind of struggling, but they still want to, they say, Dewan, this is what I got. This is what I got. What can you help me with? Can we at least set up something I can do more later? My clients that are kind of struggling financially, they're usually doing $500 or $500 a month or less towards all of their family's financial costs. Now, I know you guys are already doing 3,000, which is great. I'm gonna tell you why, because if I could put a plan together, like you guys said, and we could really make all your goals and dreams happen, you guys could have some stuff. Obviously, I know you guys will take advantage of these plans, which is great. But here's the best part. If you had to pick right now, that 401k we talked about, that 403b versus this IUL thing, what makes best sense for you and your family again?
The IUL, for sure.
So not old money,
yeah.
new money, right? Okay, here's what I'm going to attempt to do. Again, I got to get you guys qualified first. So I know you're excited. Don't get too excited, because unfortunately, 40% of people that apply actually get declined. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run some numbers, because David's in training. So I'm going to teach David along with my team, my staff. We're going to put in some numbers for you guys based on birthdays and all of that stuff, based on your current budget. And you're not going to be coming out of, like, quote unquote pocket, like, of more money. Guess what I'm gonna do, Dennis? I'm just gonna redirect your current contribution to these accounts. If you're already doing 3,000 a month, I'm just gonna redirect that to this way. So long story short story long, I'm gonna stand up and show you guys. Your left pocket, you have holes in your pocket, okay? That's the 401k, that's the IRA, that's the 403b, that's the 457. And Dennis, you know the answer. If you and I got a jar of coins and we put them in our pocket, what's gonna happen to those if it's holes in the pocket?
Gonna fall right through, brother.
It's gonna fall right through. Just like the stock market, right? It's just falling right through. This pocket on the right is stitched up. You got a floor. You never lose a dime. That's the IUL. So what this example, you guys, you're putting $3,000 a month into this pocket with holes. I'm not gonna say go put another 3 here. Now you're doing 6. No. Whatever you're putting here, we're gonna stop that and we're gonna redirect that money into this pocket so it's all patched up. How does that sound to you guys?
I like that.
Okay. Here's what I need to get. What are both of your birthdays?
My birthday is January 17th, 1980.
And I am 10/25 of 1974.
Say it one more time for me, Dennis.
10/25, 1974.
74. So here's what I'm going to do with my team. I'm gonna run some numbers. They call it illustrations. We'll put some plans together for you, your kids. By the way, how old are your kids?
11 and 8.
Who's 11?
Xavier.
Xavier's 11. What a name.
Xavier Cugat.
All Xaviers are like dope too. They're like strong. Maybe I'm thinking about X-Men or something, but they're just strong. You know what I mean? It's just a strong name. And how old is your 8-year-old?
Naima.
That makes sense. 9-year-old. How do I spell your 9-year-old's name?
Naima, like the song.
Naima.
Mm-hmm.
Now say the name for me.
Naima.
Naima. I can spell it. Naima. I'll never forget it now. Xavier, Naima. And what are their birthdays?
Xavier is 7/10 of 2014.
Uh-oh. Uh-huh.
And Naima is 1/26 of 2017.
1/26/17. I'm gonna run numbers based on everyone's age. I'll see what we could come up with. Today is Thursday night. I'm so happy to meet you guys. By the way, you guys seem like amazing people. By the way, this is about an hour, but our next meeting will probably be on max 20 minutes. Today's Thursday night. Between now, weekends, church, between now and Monday night, what's the best day for you guys to jump on for 20 minutes again? I'm kind of looking at my calendar here.
I'd say Monday early evening.
Monday evening works. Dennis, good with you? Monday Night Football. I don't know if the Eagles play or not.
If the Eagles are playing, absolutely not. But anything else, yeah, I'll come in.
Actually, they're not because they play my Rams this weekend, and we could put some on it if you need, just so you know.
Listen,
we can put a whole. We can do 20.
We might have to redirect a little something on that one.
We can do 20 push-ups when I see you. We can do $20.
Don't forget what happened in the snow, Dewan. Don't forget what happened in the snow.
Hey, don't act like we wasn't a fourth down away. Don't act like we wasn't fourth down away. I love it, man. Well, I appreciate you guys' time. I'm gonna run some numbers. Monday evening for sure. I have my time zone. I'm 3 hours behind you. Here's the truth. I'm looking now. Actually, let me pull up this other one. I'm free after 3, which is 6 o'clock for you. So anytime after, I'm free. What's the best 20-minute gap for you?
Let's say 6:30.
Yeah, 6:30 is good.
I'll get right here.
6:30 our time.
6:30 for you, 3:30 for me. Again, we're going for 20 minutes, max 30. So just block off 6:30 to 7. Tell the kids to grab the iPad real quick, watch Monday Night Football. And okay, well, that sounds good, you guys. I'll run some numbers this weekend. Have a blessed weekend. Have a great one. It was so nice to connect with you guys, and we really appreciate you guys being here for David. And I know it's really going to help him with his training, but it sounds like we can help you guys with finances too. And we'll go from there. That sounds good.
All right, sounds great, man. Thank you.
Awesome.